Chef Kim here. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to prepare my vegetarian breakfast burrito. And if you would prefer to have some meat in there, just throw some sausage or bacon in it. It's easy enough to do. But anyway, here we go. Okay, so first thing we want to do is get our pan nice and warm. So I have some diced red and orange bell peppers, some minced jalapeno, some green onions, diced fresh tomatoes, some shredded cheese. Now I chose Jack and Cheddar, but you could also use Jalapeño Jack or just plain cheddar. And then of course we need a couple of beaten eggs and some shredded potatoes. Now you can use frozen hash browns if you'd prefer. And if you have an extra potato, a baked potato or a boiled, those are perfect for shredding up. It's best not to shred a raw potato. They don't cook up as well. You always want one that's partially cooked. So into our pan we put a little bit of olive oil or canola. Olive always has the best flavor. And the first thing we're going to do is brown off our hash browns. You want to spread them out as best as you can. And you might need to add just a touch more oil. Better to go with a little less and then add some. So you need to let these brown for a little bit. Now as you can see, I've turned them over. They are browned, getting nice and crispy. So we're just going to leave them for a few minutes on this side. We do want them to cook a little bit, but not as long as the first side. Okay, so the potatoes have been browned enough. And now we're going to finish it up by adding the remaining ingredients. So we're going to add the peppers first. They're the one vegetable that I have here that really needs to cook. The tomatoes don't really need to cook much, and neither do the green onions. That's the one reason I choose the green onions versus yellow onions. Because number one, they're mild and they are really quick to cook up. So I added a little bit more oil because the peppers need something to cook in. If they're just in a dry pan, which is what has happened, the potatoes have absorbed all the moisture, all the oil. So we had to add a little bit more oil. Now eventually the peppers will put off a little bit of moisture themselves, but initially you need something. You want to season it with some salt and pepper. Now use the amount of jalapenos that you prefer to use. So if you don't want too many, if you don't like it really hot, then don't use many. The onions, tomatoes. Now you can stir it around a little. You can see the potatoes have browned all around. Just let this cook just for a few minutes. And as you can see, it really does not take very long to do this. The longest part is getting your veggies cut. But make sure you plan ahead. Don't be cutting your vegetables as you're doing it. Make sure you have everything. An ingredient I've left in the recipe as optional is avocado. I would add the avocado after the eggs have scrambled. And I just added the eggs. So we're going to stir this up a little. Alright, so that's about it. Now, we want to soften up our flour tortilla by putting it in the microwave for just a few seconds, 10, 20 seconds, or you can put it into a hot pan on each side. The reason you want to put the tortilla into the microwave or into a hot pan is to soften it, and then it becomes much more pliable. You don't have to worry as much with the flour tortillas as you do the corn. Then we're going to top it with cheese and finish it in the microwave. Now the other thing you could do is put the cheese into the mixture while it's still in the pan and melt it that way. But we're going to roll it up like this. Voila. And then we're going to heat it just a little bit more in the microwave. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you try these delicious burritos. Happy cooking.